I had to lie down on the bed in my cell. For the sake of cooperation, they gave me a little discount. In other cells, more than 2 people were housed. But I was alone. At bedtime, I would not wake up with snore and kick. I preferred stay to alive in the cell, instead of dying outside the prison. Sometimes I miss my friends and fresh air. I closed my eyes to start another day tomorrow. The next day I woke up, I cleaned my face in front of the mirror and waited for visiting and going to eat breakfast. I looked at prison enclosure from cell bar. The rest were waiting, but the doors did not open and nobody came. It was somehow passed like that. One shouted, "Guardian, we are hungry." No news from the guard. I sat down on my bed. The sound of the lower floors rose. The scream, and shot. Everyone went to the bars and tried to figure out what's going on. Again, another riot. The sound of shooting was longer. The prisoners called the guard with a shout. The doors were not open. Time passed, and silence swept everywhere. There was no longer any breakfast. I heard the steps that were passing through the corridor. Somebody said, "What's going on down there? Why not let us come out?" Another said, "Who are you? What are you looking for? Do you have anyone here?" The woman stood beside my cell and said, "I finally find you." I looked. I did not believe Elizabeth was here. I got up and went to the bars. She looked her around. I said, "I'm glad you came. How do you come here?" "Now it's not time to explain. Should get out of here." I took her hand and said, "I miss you so much." Elizabeth, "Me too." Finally, door opens automatically. Elizabeth took my hand and led me to look for herself. I was running and followed her without a word. I encountered the rest of the kids on the way. They were here too. Prisoners came out of their cells. Some were looking for us to lower floors. The lower we went, the more that happened a few minutes ago. It showed itself more. Officers were killed, their bodies were torn, and prisoners were seen among them. I took the gun from one of the guards. Some prisoners repeated my work and took the weapons of the dead guards. Shouts stopped everyone. Many corroded bodies were in front of us. I was glad that was not in my cell open at that time. I said, "All silent." The creature did something this with them is still here, ready and hold your gun. We started moving slowly. I turned my eyes to every side so that we could not be surprised. We reached the great fence and were far from the exit of a corridor. We froze. Strange creatures stood on the other side of the corridor, more like scary creatures in the movies. One of the prisoners said, "What are these damn creatures? Maybe they're zombies." Elizabeth answered, "No, someone is not resurrected after being killed by them." Another prisoner said, "How do you know about them so much?" Elizabeth, "You just saw them. They were found 5 months ago. 5 months ago. That is, we are only alive." Elizabeth, "It can be said that way. Here was the last safe place that got into this situation. Some of the prisoners came to this position." Elizabeth said, "The crowd is causing problem. We have to destroy those who are here and get out of jail." With Elizabeth pointing, we started moving and firing toward them, and the creatures attacked us, but the bullets eventually pulled them off. We started running. All our thoughts were coming out. We passed through the output. Referring to Elizabeth, we running to a car parked at a distance from the prison. Another guy was behind car command. As soon as he was boarding, he pressed his leg on the gas. "Take off car." A number of prisoners ran to the car, but they could not reach it. I got a new breath and said, "I'm glad to see you."